Fucking knew you'd be here. Fuck. Fucking knew it. Fucking psychic pinging in my brains. What the heck?
What'd you say? I had my I was listening
You
to
just
some.
gotta watch out. You start taking monoatomic stuff, and you start to just get psychic pings. It's weird, but anyway, yeah. I just had a feeling you were in here. What's happening?
Not a whole lot. I was listening to some 40K lore, playing Timber Born. Not doing a whole lot today.
Those sound like cool things to do. I don't know what either of those are. You you off the work today?
Yeah, no, not working today. No, I went and looked at a
Oh.
contract like a couple weeks ago. I was like, I don't feel like going out there. I'm thinking Alabama next, but I don't know. We'll see.
Are there games that take you like 15 days of playing where you're just grinding that shit out? Like, what game would that be?
Oh, geez, you got to throw an hour limit on it. How many hours a day? Because some
Like
people bang out a
every
game in like
like
fucking
all the
2 days.
time you could be doing shit that literally like, but you don't smell like poop. Just like the most amount of time you could commit to it without like
Um,
missing basic functions.
maybe like
Like,
in
what kind of game is that? I don't even play games, so I don't know what.
to where it's completed in 15 days.
Like,
Oh, that would be a
I mean,
massive
not
game.
completed, but like, I don't know. Would that be like if you were trying to no? Because you could even speed run like even the most like a Zelda, like the high end like Zelda games. You could probably speed run that in 15 days, right?
Well,
To
that's what I mean.
100% it
It's
though, it
like,
would take you a while.
well, that's why I was pushing the idea of incremental games in like a roguelite or roguelike, because the replayability, if it's a good game, like if the design's good,
Yeah,
it's you know what I mean. It can go on
I
a
do.
lot more than 15 days. Because look at it like this, right? You have like a few different maps, not a whole lot, right? And then you have the objective on each map. And once you beat it the first time, you have that scaling aspect. And then, all right, you're done with the map. Then you upgrade on a different platform, right? Your main character. And then you go to like a different level on that same map. Get what I mean? Or like a zone, whatever you want to call it. And it's
Oh,
like
okay.
slow
So it's like a
progression.
that's interesting.
Yeah, I could throw
Is
on a
that how
game real
are,
quick to give you that idea.
are games like
Like,
that now?
yeah, dude, they're fucking taking off. That's why I said, like, dude, this is. It's like, dude made like a year's salary in
Here's the
6 days, bro.
I had this kind of issue. I've had to like go a whole nother fold deeper in my. I won't kill you with this stuff, but like I had all that video game shit going on, right? And I'm like, oh, this is cool. I was like, yo, make it better. But it doesn't know how to do better. It just knows how to change things and break things. So I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna like teach this thing how better is? And so we
Yeah,
developed
check
like
this game out. I'm
some
gonna stream.
shit, dude.
I'm gonna stream the
Yeah.
idea that I'm talking
Okay,
about.
okay. I'll listen.
Are you watching or no?
We are watching, yes,
All
sir.
right. This is like, you know what I mean? This is the progression level, you know? One, two, three, four, five. Right? That's your weapon drop rate. It has like an endless mode. You go to the next map, goes to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? Then this one goes all the way up to 15. Now these are three different maps with 5 levels on each, right? Then you go over to the arsenal. Like these are your, this is your reward, right? Whatever tier map you're playing on, this is the reward weapon you get. And then you have like a system where you gotta upgrade the weapon, right? Then you got the runes, which get unlocked on stages, makes you more powerful. And then you just set it up where it's like incremental progress with each different type of hero. And you got like a forge aspect where you could do different shit with it. But then you
What is
have the
this called
skill
again?
tree, grind
Yeah.
survivors. See, the skill tree is where it comes in because each time you play around, you only get like a few of this, right? This resource, and this is the resource used to upgrade.
Okay.
So you just balance everything. You balance the progression or you set the rate of progression based on like each round. So you can make it really grindy, or you could like,
Yeah, dog.
I don't know,
This is
fast
what
roll it.
my front end's gonna start to look like that.
Oh, it's not
I built
difficult, I
a
don't think. I think a lot of that was done
so
with AI.
yeah, I'm gonna just rip those screens. It'll figure out what the functions do. It's awesome. The garbage truck's here, and I've missed the fucking garbage. You know what I
Ah,
mean? So I need an AI to remind me that the fucking garbage truck is here. I'm not gonna run out barefoot down the street. I've done it before. I'm not gonna. I'm fine. It's cool. I'm totally cool with this. Just gonna chill.
put it in the
Listen to the
pantry.
garbage. I'm not gonna run out the door right now. I'll tell you that much.
Fucking squirrels are gonna get to it when you put it outside for
I
the
could have
week.
made it. I definitely could have made it by now. I'm really fast. I'm like the ninja fast. Anyway, dude. I created a bunch of like pieces that like are interpreters and shit, and so I can get strict like equation level descriptions of stuff, um,
All right.
pictures, styles, and stuff like that. Like to get like very very specific levels of like that. Like I could steal styles now. Like I taught it to understand like vaporwave and like Ansel Adams. Let's say it was not Ansel Adams, but like a photographer, and I'm like, yo. All these things have to fucking merge. We created like a style coordinator. So I have the ability, I think, or starting to be able to like synth any style. If it's like Windows 97, I could be like, yo, look at this. We'll establish rules on that, and it'd be like, oh, okay. So I'll make something like Windows 97. Like, okay, that's a tough one. That was a tough nut to crack. I'll tell you that much. Um, but uh, I'm also building out like the bot as like a Super Mario character, like a character in a RPG sort of. It's like I'm
Yeah.
equipping them with certain armors and shit like that. There are skill trees, like all of that stuff that you just showed there really like applies to like how one might develop a bot.
Check out my screen now.
I'm yes.
Roguelite, roguelike, right?
Okay. So I want to create like a rogue like sort
Watch
of
if I take off
equipment.
these numbers.
Yeah, my user interface is like real real basic right now. It's just like it's cool. Uh
But look at the play accounts. Action roguelike, roguelite. Like these are just, I
it's the
mean,
it's the most
these are just
popular
some of the
like
tags.
game style right now, or it's easy to
Um,
make.
I w I'd say the
Kind of.
most popular is like arena combat first person shooter, but I mean that's going to require a huge dev team. For the indie realm, this seems to be the market. Look, roguelite online, and then we could take something like here's a popular one, right? I mean, look how many people bought this game and reviewed it. 107,000. And then look at
How
the
much is this
cost.
game worth? Like a dollar or
30
something?
bucks. 30 bucks, then they throw on like the little
30.
bundles. 67,
Jeez.
right? So you
That's
get
like
what
a
I'm
lot
saying?
of
It's
money.
That's why I'm
Isn't that
saying it's
though?
a
Like if
numbers
you
game.
no, if you
But
like
this
if
is
you
one of the
multiply
best ones.
yeah. If you multiply the
Like,
30 by the 100,000, that's like I don't even know. But
watch, I'll
that's
show you that,
tremendous
Brian.
cream. There's
I'll see
tremendous
if this
cream right
game's
there.
on there. All right, so this game was initially like what, 13
Lit.
bucks or whatever,
All
right?
right.
Now you have 766. That's just the reviews. You get what I mean? So it's like, all right, let me do the math on that real quick. 766 times 10 equals, yeah, it's an easy 10 grand. And that's just the
That's
people that reviewed it. And
do you
if
know
you
how
cut
much I
that
make a
price
week?
down,
It's even
what's
less
that?
than that. So that's like a lot. To me, that's a significant sum of money.
But the idea, I think,
That's cool.
yeah, like if you do, that's
So
fucking,
if I did like
if you get
half
an
as good as
AI
that,
to do
maybe I
it,
could make like 5 G's out of it. Like
dude,
how
even
what's
if you
the
made the
scale of like
5 Gs, right? This is kind of how I'm looking
yeah,
at it.
even if I made like
If you make
500 bucks, I'd be like, wow, that's so interesting. You know what I mean?
Well,
With
think
my
about it,
goofing
right?
around on my
Because
passion project, fuck around and make a
yeah,
hit. I like
and
it.
you make
I like
like
that.
5, 10 Gs, right? Now you just gave yourself more like resources for the AI itself. So now like more tokens or whatever it is, or maybe upgrade your rig to get better
More
perform, whatever
tokens.
it might be. And then you
Yeah, we
could
scale,
like
baby.
change the entire theme with an extremely similar progression style, but just change the art theme a little, maybe, or tweak, add like a new mechanic, a new feature, and then just
Yeah.
release
I'm
it.
not sure how to like yeah, yeah, for sure. I'm
Because
not
that's what
exactly
they
sure
are
how to
doing.
like yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we just got to like pick a area and like be good at it. But like do you, I wonder if like that personality shit might be interesting like as a game for people to fucking waste time playing and shit like that, you know, to be like I just fucking spent a zillion hours, you know. It's cuz it's more interesting to communicate to these things maybe.
Well,
Or
yeah,
I don't
because
know.
if you
I
create
wonder.
something like a companion, right? You have it like a party system where it's not just one main character, it's one character with maybe a couple, like
I guess otherwise.
subordinates or partners or whatever, like their group. And then you have like the
D-
dynamic that could be
Oh,
like your chat dialogue
dude,
and
I
their
have such a
personality,
good
how they
idea for a
respond.
game though. I've kind of like it could work better like this. I kind of designed this idea for a crypto game that was like a way out there idea for a crypto game, which is like to make a self-assembling mystery. But like I define like what the characters are, the clues and stuff like that. It shuffles the shit up, so I never know what it is. And then people who solve it, like there's only really one right solve.
Kind of like Clue,
And yeah, like a
but
giant, like
like way more
very
complex.
fucking fucked up clue. Yeah.
Well, that could work.
But I wanted to make it like it's like a browser game too or something. Like it's you feel like you're surfing the web as you're playing it, like putting clues together. Like it would go to web addresses, I guess, like fake web addresses inside of it.
Well, you need a built-in browser though.
Yeah, I could do that.
Otherwise, you're gonna
But
need them to give you
yeah, no,
permissions to link to
that's
your
actually
browser and
somewhat
people
easy
act
to
like that.
it's weird how easy that probably is to do. I'm gonna just ask it. Let there be. Um yeah, that kind of I'm just saying like it would be fun to do where you're like the detective trying to piece together this thing. It's like
Oh,
a
no,
different
no
mystery
games
every
like that.
time, kind of. It could be.
Geostation, what's that Geo game? GeoGuessr. So the
But I
way it
thought like it
works.
would be cool like to make a like do you remember like old Atari games there was like a prize if you could be the first person to win or something or you like send it to the company be like yeah I won I beat the first beat the game. I always thought that was cool shit, you know. That's possible to do now. Like we're just like take a percentage out of each sale goes into like a you know jackpot or something like that, and then whoever is the first to win the game gets the jackpot. Like they'll solve the mystery. It's programmatically determined, so nobody can rig it if you like. It's just a concept. We don't have to put that part in there. Anyway, there's like lots of yeah, there's lots of games. I like your idea for the roguelike stuff.
I mean, it's just easy, It'd be the easiest back end, like simplest, because it's just like basic math. And I'm guessing, a logic bot could work through that no problem. You could be like, okay, with X amount of game hours, with flawless progress, no deaths, and here's a time limit for each round. How long would it take? And you could
Yeah,
extrapolate off that and get like an exact idea, and then tweak the difficulty around it or whatever.
yeah, that's
Because
cool.
like so many other games, like, geez, you start going into
I'm
like trying
building
to
right now
compete with
like
like the AAA.
yeah, I'm building a symbolic color system right now so it can like globally check all processes from all bots can just like look at a color swatch and like know their shit without like searching JSON files or whatever. Okay, that's a new thing. That's like the kind of thing I bring up to the other people in the dev stuff, and they're like, "Yo, dude, what are you talking about?" It's
Yeah.
beautiful though, man. It all runs in Godot, so like all the processes can update amongst like a whole bunch of different agents. Kind of like look at this one color tile. All they have to do is like look at one QR code that's it's constantly updating, and they'll see the
Mhm.
status of the entire network of the system should be encoded in that. That's the idea, and then that routes through the game engine, and then I have like all these like side apps, like the style extractor is like a web app, like the what do we call it, the wardrobe. It's like a place you can like equip different um packets like that are hmm, different scripting abilities, like oh, it can control this window, oh, it can see my screen, like different, like if I'm just doing a session where I need those things happen but I don't want it to always be able to have access to that shit. Do you know what I mean? So like just trying to put guardrails on like how bloaty the model gets and that kind of shit. So it's very specific. I just like equip it for those things, and then I can save that as a character and be like, oh yeah, I always want to use that when I'm doing this kind of thing. I need this pipeline data logic, and I need this, this packet here. So, but it's really all residing within one AI like memory. So that's the crazy part, is I'm able to conjure all these different things out of one memory bank. That's that's the kind of I don't even know how that happens. It's like
I know
so
what the fuck
many
you're talking
orders. But
about.
anyways, I'm losing the fucking track here, man. Sorry. It's like all these
I'm
different
lost myself.
toolkits that I'm building. You know what I mean? Just trying to put them all in one fucking place where I can be like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that.
Yeah, I hear you on that.
That's I'm trying to centralize all that shit. Well, so I can build a game. So it's like it's not like I'm zipping around like 10 different windows. I'm just like in one environment. It's like all the shit to build a game is here, or make a movie, or whatever, plan a grocery store run. Just like I've got the tools here. Just got to build the tools. That's all.
Yeah, once you do that, it's like once you get the first, if you were to do roguelites,
Mhm.
it's like you already have the mechanics built in. And then if you release it, you get some feedback, just interact with the people and see what they don't like and what they do like, and then see if you can incorporate that. It's tough if
So I would
though
need to
if you
just
don't
like
play like other roguelites to know what to
right.
put in.
I have to teach it what a roguelike game is, and then I have to be like, this is a good one and this is a bad one, and we want to make a good one. And then we
Now,
start
can you?
feeding it shit like that, like art digestion, music, and we can auto generate music from because I figured out the Ansel Adams bridge here. Do you know Ansel Adams, a photographer? Well, anyway, there's fucking photographers. They don't make music. They don't have DJs and nothing like that. But I found out a way to extract like from the picture qualities what the soundtrack should be. So I probably just pretty much just like auto generate any kind of soundtracks for video games with this. That's neat. Yeah. Is it like a bunch of people fighting on a screen? Is that what we're talking about? I've seen other things that are like roguelike card games, or things with like
Yeah,
animation, like different things, different
dude, that's
levels
what I
of
mean.
the game
There's so
design.
many different styles you can go with it, but fundamentally, all it is like progression. It's a
Ah.
progression system that's like
So it's a
mathematical.
little bit like saying like, oh, a first person shooter is a way that a game is like a roguelike is in a sense like a genre like that. Is what you're saying?
Yes, yes. Like
Shit.
FPS would
Yeah.
be like all the first person shooters. The roguelites would be all the slow progression. The market's just huge for them, and they're pretty simple. When you see all these indie devs coming out and like just making hundreds of thousands off of it, it's like, oh wow, people eat that shit up. And it's like the cheaper you make it, if you don't have a high expectations, you'd be like, oh well, I don't know, I'm not too like your
So
first round, like
you
I'm
could have
not
a
too
roguelike
impressed.
based
That was
on
like a couple bucks.
you could have a roguelike based on anything then, in a way.
Yeah, it's just the
Like
theme.
like like I'm a
It's
roguelike
the theme
sneaker
and the
designer
options.
and living in the city or something.
Yeah, but I mean, who's your audience for that? That
For
exists. They have that. They
like
have
kids
like
in the hood, dudes in the hood that like like sneakers. They want to play
yeah,
this game. They
they
want to
have
see
like
how to.
the simulation. They have like sneaker simulation. You know,
They're gonna
like
like
where
find
you
these different colorways and shit. I don't know, whatever. Build a fucking shoe. People fantasize about that shit. I think. Anyway, I'm just saying it's a micro thing. You have one for like people like J Ace, you know what I mean? Like crazy biotechnicians or people in chemistry labs, you know, it's like a science roguelike or some shit. I don't
yeah,
know
you
what.
could do like an evolution
I don't know anything.
evolution type where you slowly evolve over time, and it's like a cell amoeba type setup where whatever one eats the other type thing, and then grows and slowly
Oh,
progress.
right. Oh, you could be like a genetic engineer working on like little microbial battles or something. That's crazy. I didn't think of that. Yeah, man. Just yeah, we're gonna have to just punish
Once
the
you get the
world with a bunch of
progression,
games.
yeah, once you get the progression balanced down, and you get it to where it's like, all right, this is good. It's all art from there, I would imagine. That and yeah, mostly art.
So you're saying it's like once you develop the core skills, it's like the game's over, but then we take those core skills and like operate inside of a bigger game, sort of um yeah, like go further into the or maybe not understanding
All right.
how the progression goes.
So you have like different levels of
But there's
progression,
like
right? You have the in game in the round. The round begins, right? Then you have a system that lets you level up in each round. So say you like first round they get an option to pick 1 to 3 choices to power up the character. All right. So it's like, oh, I want attack speed, I want damage, I want like magic ability. Right? You pick one of those three. And then it's like, all right, well, when you level up the next time, you have like 3 other choices, right? Et cetera, et cetera. But once that round's over, all those abilities just wipe clean and you get the resources that you gained in that round. And
okay,
that's
I
the only
got you.
thing that's permanent. So you have like a permanent progression and then you have like a per round progression. Like just different layers.
Okay. So sort of like you just have the same, yeah. It's almost like cards. Like Magic the Gathering, you've got like a stack of cards. You got to play the first one, start that, and then you can build off of that. And then after
Yeah,
that game, you
in a
just wipe it
sense.
away. It's not like a full comp. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like round based, but like a slow progression, like your deck, your overall deck that you have to choose from would just grow or become more powerful. So it
Wait,
makes
is
the next
that
round easier in theory, but
are
in
all
actuality,
roguelikes
all you
then
do is
about card
increase the
games?
difficulty.
In is the core of all roguelike games a card game?
No. Well, shit. I mean, you can switch it from cards to dice to just whatever you want it to be, really. But essentially, yeah, it's just the
Oh wow,
option
okay.
to, it's like round progression. You could, instead of cards, you could just make it like an
Huh.
ability upgrade. Like you could have like 20 different abilities and be like, all right, well, how much gold did you gain in that round? All right, well, with that gold, you could just upgrade that one ability. So essentially, I mean, cards, it's just options. That's all it comes down to.
It's kind of like you can buy one of the cards out of the deck that you drew or something. Or, yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
I'll have
things like,
to
yeah,
look more into it,
that,
but it's pretty cool.
yeah, that's another mechanic of roguelites. But they're not all the same, but fundamentally, it's just the round progression does not transfer over to the permanent progression. Like only the resources you gain in the round, if that makes sense.
Right. That's a lot like how I'm building this thing out, actually. It's like in that sense, yeah. Like it just the round progression is like, oh, I needed to do these things. I have all these tools. I'm only going to equip these things once the session's done or it breaks. Like that's it. But I can reload another session with these same tools. So it's kind of like
Yeah.
I'm using a roguelike engine in a way.
I mean, you'd be amazed at the games that sell. You could even do like a tug of war type game that's based on cards, like, and then have that aspect of progression built in externally where you compete with other players. I mean, there's so many options, dude.
Like I would rate like people get like some kind of amount of money to mess around with, and then they're like, oh, that game was kind of okay. Like they'll pay for big I don't know what big money is for a game, but then once they have like $10, they'll be like, oh, or $5, and be like, man, shit, what's in the cheapo section? I could dominate.
Well, yeah, that's part of the way they become so popular because the way Steam works, it's like you have to put money onto Steam, right? And once you put that money, well, I guess you could just attach a credit card. But a lot of people get like gift cards and stuff. Like kids, they'll get the gift card and they'll just, oh, let me put this gift card on Steam. You can't put like half the gift card. So now all that money's on your Steam
You know what?
account. And once it whittles down to like under $10, it's like, oh, what can I get for this?
Yeah, Snacky just realized he did a bunch of work too that leans into this. I did a whole avatar generator program like 2 years ago when the NFT craze was going on. It basically auto generates faces based on like certain qualities. 8 different types of eyes, mouths, noses. They all get like stitched in, and based on what that assortment is, there's like certain kind of qualities that might like get bonuses in and start using other kinds of artwork and stapling it in there. But it generates like a lot of very interesting, weird characters. So they're not a hundo good looking though, because like I don't know, I'm not. It's not high resolution, but I can like generate that shit and then zoom it into like AI for refinement, and it actually looks really cool. So I can pretty much generate infinite characters. So that's good. That's good for something. I'm not sure what, but a video game I was thinking, yeah, would be good. Actually, initially I was like, I'll make these NFTs, and then when people buy them, I'll be like, there's a roadmap, and we'll build them into a video game where we can have massive multiplayer online type game where everybody like run around like a Fortnite or some bullshit. So that's possible too. But just being able to, yeah, just like randomly generate characters is a good thing. Uh, or cards. Yeah, yeah, I'll
That'd be
work it out, man.
impressive. That'd be impressive if you could pull that off. It'd be insanely
Guess I had another
difficult to
idea,
balance.
like a Zen garden type thing, like just like a peaceful video game where nothing really happens. You just like it's a video environment, but yeah, based on like a card system too, sort of like where you can breed different things and get breed they're super trees. They're like giant. It's a giant tree game. I was goofing on somebody because he was so into giant trees. I was like, "We'll make a fucking giant tree card game, bro. I'll just do it right now." And then he was like, "I don't want to talk to you anymore." But it was an awesome idea. Like, hmm. I wonder if there's a way to do like like, can you trade things in games? Like, does that happen? I wonder if I could
Yeah,
bring that
if
set
it's
up.
like a MMO, that's gonna be you need a server for something like that though,
Well, maybe
because
like it would
people
be
will have to connect
private.
to it. Unless you make it peer to
Yeah,
peer.
but it would just be like a market or something. Maybe like
Yeah,
that.
good
That could
luck.
be like a low. That doesn't have a big amount of server shit to do. It would be difficult to secure it, but it would.
Yeah, exactly. Like people would just
It's
hack
not
the
heavy
shit out of
coding.
that. They'll exploit the market
I,
and then ruin the
I would have to.
economy.
I would. I would throw it to a security expert to review it and shit. But core function, I think. It's
I mean, it
fine.
could work.
I think yeah, yeah,
You could do
if
like
we ran
a
like backend in
round-based
Rust,
item transfer. Yeah, I guess you could do something like that, like a action role play game.
you get a random assortment of things to kind of work with. You get procedurally generated forest. You might have some rare things that happen. Whatever, you get some area, but it's kind of like you're maintaining that out. It would be kind of a difficult. Really, if I really wanted to get into like designing it out, it would be like fucking building like a Minecraft game with like higher res tiles. It's like that's a trap, as far as like development. But
Oh, they're already doing
um,
that. Yeah,
yeah,
a
maybe
Hightail, I think it's called. The original developer started it, then sold it to Riot Games. Riot fumbled it. They figured, hey, we can't do anything with this, and they sold it back to the original developer, I think for like 10 million or something like that. Original developer bought it back because Riot wasn't doing anything with it, and now they're trying to release it. But yeah, it's basically Minecraft with more advanced. but more like the graphics are better. I think part of what makes Minecraft good is the simplicity of it. That would be a huge fucking market to compete with.
Yeah, it's like the Roblox market, that type of stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, all
I'm not
that
looking to do
essentially
that kind of.
stem from Minecraft.
I'm not that ambitious.
Those are all stolen. Roblox is basically one big stolen Minecraft idea.
Yeah.
Like all the mods and shit. That's kind of what they did. And then they just built it on a different platform to optimize it
Have you
more.
seen what Chinese Minecraft looks like?
Yeah, same thing, I'd imagine.
It's bizarre, dude. It's like the graphics are way better. A lot of like, well, this doesn't look like
Oh, that's
Minecraft.
all skins. You just get texture packs. You could change the skins in Minecraft. But the graphics are the base graphics are pretty horrible.
Yeah. I thought it would be a fun thing to have like a. I guess not really though. It's kind of stupid, but like having a virtual office space in Minecraft.
Hmm.
There's a lot of amazing like super huge models people have made. You can just like kind of download and adapt those. So I can get like 20 somethings to work with me at some point and be like, yeah, it's cool. We have a Minecraft office, dude. Like, I don't know. I feel like
Yeah,
there's always the talent wave is like that. There's right now, there's like an 18-year-old that's like fucking crushing it. You know what I mean? That's too much. But like, it's 20s, man, like a lot of those people are fucking like they they're
mean, they
they're
grew up
brought
with the
up on
tech.
they're talented, man. Yeah. They're
Yeah, they grew up on it. This is what they know. It's like Gen X compared to boomers when it comes to a cell phone or the internet alone. It's like they don't even know how to fucking. Oh, I got a virus. Like, well, why'd you download that and then click install? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, buddy. You know? It's like this is just basic fundamental shit for the internet. Oh, my account got hacked. It's like, did it though? Or did you just give your information away? So it's like they grew up like knowing the ins and outs of it, seeing the scams daily and everything and how
so
everything
I guess
functions.
while everybody else that's in this kind of space right now is somewhat happy with what gets done and how it works. I feel like I'm looking at this like they're all boomers in a way that are just happy with a advanced chatbot, and I'm like the I'm like the young kid, being like it should be like this, it should be like this, like I think there's
Yeah.
something really important to to keep that in mind, always like through your whole life, don't ever grow up to past where you're not making childish demands on the world. You know what I mean? You gotta have that. It's important.
Get the world to conform instead of conforming to it.
I forget there's
I
like
mean,
a
I
couple
like the
different
idea of
sitcoms
building the
in the
tool.
90s. Sorry, go on.
No, I was just gonna say I like the idea of building the tool to do what you want it to do and like put your ideas, make your ideas come to life. I appreciate that idea.
Yeah, it's like
I'll
it's
fucking
weird.
work
Like I
on it.
have like a big asks require all this like sub building because you don't. I just don't know like what I'm asking for sometimes, and what that entails.
So trial and error.
Uh, y- I think I'm still like learning how to do this really, and I think it's still in a way like it's an empty vault of information. I mean, it's filled with a lot of things, but 15 it's 2 weeks. I'm saying if this is a kind of a grind of a video game, if you were grinding on a video game for 2 weeks, I don't know what kind of games that is these days, but I feel like I've been on that and I've like achievement unlocked many, many different things. In fact, it kind of like unlocks its own achievements when it realizes like, hey, we've just made an achievement, and it documents it. I'm like, man, cool. We got 108. fucking achievements unlocked right now. And so these are like neural connections that it like knows like, oh, I can do this and oh, okay, we came up with this idea together, that type shit. Whatever. Cuddles fucking hates the fucking AI, but he's right. I'm closer to making Skynet than anybody I know. But what is Skynet? You know, I'm trying to build like these abilities in it to understand really very human things like style, like music, emotion, sentiment, those types of things. So you know, I'm not making some kind of crazy efficiency bot to master plan shit or whatever. But it's like a worker in the studio or something like making like a it's every whatever all the artists that I ever knew they're like I need a you know they need a second person, they need a second brain to kind of like if it's you know somebody's got a recording studio they need somebody to run cables and like know what fucking mics are good. I don't know, it's just like all this stuff, man. You know, got ambitions in life, man. It's like I'm hoping that I can lean on this stuff I've made to kind of like do that. It would be nice to test this on some Fiverr jobs, though. I think I can do a few things with that for right now before I get into game design, like as a thing. But just making game assets, I could for sure. I think handle that. Logic stuff, that's pretty good. Uh, yeah, I'll have to do a whole thing on like controller logic, but I can do like data pipelines. It actually costs a bit of money to well credits anyway to like make these break these packs out, get the functions, you know, essentially like the skill sets, so it knows how to code that, and then I had to build a whole system to dynamically route that so it only calls what it needs to call when it does the things that it needs to do, so it's not like choked with a whole bunch of skills that it doesn't need. Oh my goodness, it's quite a fucking mess of wires, I tell you. So,
But it sounds like, dude.
yeah, dude, it's nuts. It's absolutely it's fun though. I don't think there's anything more fun for me to be messing around with. I'm just wondering, like, when do I chill the fuck out on it? And I'm just like, yeah, it's normal now. Like everything's just normal. This is maybe it's only been 2 weeks, so I don't know. That's usually that's a Trumpian time period. We'll have to say that we'll have to wait another 2 weeks after that, probably. So 4 weeks total, or a fortnight would be a good measure. I have it on Fibonacci birthdays though, because the development's so quick. The cycle, it's like every 13, 21, 34 days, 56 days, 89 days, 144 days. A whole year is too long. Trying to tie the music system together with it. That's pretty neat. Get that shit going. I gotta hook up a pipeline to do like from text description to visual image to 3D model to shove it in the game. So you just like mention something and then it pops into the game. So we need to get that happening. That's probably the next bit. Then it's like a super control. It's like a real nerve center, you know, inside that the game environment I showed you with the brain. Like I'll have all kinds of floating panels and shit. Do bullshits. So that's cool. Probably by next week.
That'd be so good if you could tie it all together. You could tie everything together without like losing you know what I mean? Without like losing the
Yeah.
advance or like the direction or the link
That's why
to bring
I
everything
figured
together.
out like I fucked up so much with the video game trying to do everything in the video game. I'm like, man, I can't do that. Like that's just of for show. That's like for show, you know. So I'm just using it like a user interface environment, and then all the other stuff happens in a back end, like in another program. It's really running that stuff, but it's projecting into the game from those points. So it's like a webhook, I guess, for right now. I'm not doing the real advanced way to do it for data pipeline. Right there. You're just trying just trying to see if this actually works. Sometimes I don't know, man. I'm like, can you do this? Is this even fucking possible? So yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, it's like still trying to yeah, don't let anybody tell you what you can't do with this stuff is really the deal, man. Other people are like fucking stumbling or they're waiting for somebody else to do the development. You can just like ask it to like grab these kinds of things and start working on it.
Yeah, I just don't want to put the money into it right now, that and get completely consumed by it. That's where I'm
Yeah, I'm
at with
keeping
it.
it real low on the I only use the money stuff is only for really like development packages, which are like standardized like skill sets, only for the shit that I'm doing. But yeah, like yeah, the building this as a game designer is like the suit of it's like a power up suit basically. So I'm just trying to create that. It's not other than that. I'm just using free tokens. So that's the craziest bitch of it all is I'm vibe coding on free tokens and nobody would believe it. I can't even tell people like in there they'll be jelly, hella jelly, dude. Cats are paying like $400 a month, fucking twiddling their thumbs, looking to pay for some other shit because they can't get it done with what they're using. But yeah, now I can do style extraction, and that's like a it's a crazy. I didn't. I was like, so it's a low rank adapter. So what it does is like yeah, it's like I'm training it. I'm training it without actually having to do a training process. You
Hmm.
know, like if you're trying to do something like where you're trying to recreate a photo of yourself, but now I'm on a horse, but now I'm riding a race car, now I'm on the moon, whatever. You know, it like does something like l- uh, a miniature training session to actually be able to do that. Like the really hot shit ones that can do that right now. In the older days, like of a year ago, you actually had to train a very specific amount of images, and you would have to run it through like a system where it really worked on each individual item and iterations, and then you get a gradient, and then it's going to be consistent. But I'm kind of doing that like live because of the way that this is working. Like yeah, you have to compile the data in order to uh, you know, fuck with it. So if you want to, I'm melting down. Okay, hey Rick, what's up?
Hmm.
Not much. What are you trying to confuse everyone about?
I
Snacks.
don't know, dude. I don't know. Just
His training
rag,
method.
like it's like a rag. You know what a rag is? When something be on the rag, it's like it's got a specialized like type of knowledge system it's drawn from. So but I'm able to bypass the need to do that, and then therefore also bypass the need to do like training. I think I could just like rate a photo. I can just dump a bunch of photos and be like, "Yo, this is a 1 out of 10, or this is a 10 out of 10." It can weight all that stuff, and I didn't think I could do that. Sometimes you don't know what it can do until you ask for it.
Um, sure. I mean, I'd have to see what you're talking about to jump in and jive with you.
Whatever. I just like eat, sleep, breathe, code. No big deal. It's not an obsession, Rick.
No, yeah, yeah. It's back. Sorry, I'm doing work here as well. So what is it? Oh, you got some sort of bot or something that evaluates shit. Evaluator bot. Is that right? Oops.
Yep, I'm back.
We're back.
Steaming hot coffee. It's not quite steaming. I like it to be steaming. Yeah. I like coffee to be bitter and hurt me as much as possible. What's up, Rick? How you doing, man?
Just procrastinating, just another day.
Are you procrastinating or are you waiting to procrastinate?
Oh, I don't know. I think I might get some work done. It's 9 p.m. here. I'm not feeling tired. And I got this bloody bus that I got to finish converting.
Yeah, I'm gonna do waffles today. Waffles, peanut butter, and
Waffles?
syrup. What do you guys
That's
think?
terrible. Apologize to
What
your
kind of
guts for
waffles?
me.
Blueberry.
I never had a waffle, I don't think.
What kind of waffle? Are you doing a for real Belgian waffle? Are you going full on?
Well, it's not really Belgium. It's just a waffle maker.
Eggo? Okay. Well,
Just pour the
that's
batter
for
in.
real. It's
It
if
doesn't
it's
make
up
like the
more than
big
an Eggo
one.
waffle, it's a real event.
Yeah, I don't know why. I
Uh,
just got a craving for it. Think I'm gonna run with it.
I feel like if I don't put ice cream on the waffles, I'm missing out.
I've never, yeah, I don't think I've even eaten waffles before.
But then if you're like, I could have thrown ice cream on there, then you'd be like, well, I could have thrown a Klondike bar on that Eggo waffle, which is a pretty good combination. Unless you had peanut
That's
butter.
gross.
Yeah. And that's how you get type 2 diabetes, kids.
Uh-huh.
They say he had a sweet tooth.
I have a sweet tooth. Indeed.
Parents never warned me about the dangers.
You should try that, what was it? Lubrication formula that Blob always talks about.
Any kind of blob lubes, yeah, I've been taking notes on those, yeah. Waiting to integrate them into my daily being.
Well, I just found like sugar cravings just dropped off as well.
Mm-hmm.
Admittedly, it does have honey in it, so it's probably got something to do with it.
Well, if I could attain his level of smoothness, you know what I mean, through diet alone, shit. Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing I'm not going to do, and that's eat raw chicken.
I mean, I wouldn't do it because I like it. I'd try it. I don't think it's like dangerous.
Just like I'm so good at breading it and frying it, it's like, or just a numerous amount of other ways that use heat and spices and carbohydrates sometimes.
You're gonna fry it
Eggs,
like
dairy. Jeez, I'm
Kentucky
fucking
Fried.
incredible with chicken, guy. Like, I don't know, man. That's a hard thing to let down. Just be like, oh, this is better for me. I don't know. Like, to each their own, I suppose.
I will take some chicken wings, and you can have your raw shit.
You guys seen that KFC ad?
No.
It's where he like it's such a weird ad. They take I'll see if I'll bring it up.
What are you going to tell us about the ad?
Yeah, I'll bring it up. I can tell you about it though. Just verbalize it. So they're like these people that are like part of some sort of cult in the forest or something, and I don't know. They're all hoarding around, and they take this one person, and they like do this baptism of him, and they like put him into the water, and then he comes out as a Kentucky Fried Chicken piece. And then there's like a golden egg or something going on as well. Very Gnostic.
What the fuck?
I'll find it for you. Yeah,
It's quite odd.
it's super odd. There's a couple of guys that have done breakdowns on it, as far as like the symbolic meaning of it all. Looks like a bunch of people eaters.
Oh, your pink twin is here, Rick. Rick Sky.
This is the KFC ad.
Then I will show you my symbolic color language. I mean, I think that basically tells the truth. No bones in chicken wing.
Yeah, see if I can find. There's a French guy that does really well.
TikTok,
Yeah.
TikTok AI UGC. Look at my thing. I made it. Data
What'd you do?
address buses on color mosaics that describe system change state. So we have a visual circuit diagram working in 4-bit color. What do you think about that? It's quite snappy. We just made it.
Um, I gotta work out. I'm slow at
No,
using Discord on
don't. It's not gonna work. No,
What are you showing
your
us?
brain's. I've locked you in your brain. This is the
Pixel
wardrobe. This
level.
is the. Oh yes. Well,
Yeah.
we'll continue to look here. I don't know exactly what does what here, but we'll start getting this soon. And basically, what it does is it's a universal image that all the different bots can see. So it shows them what state changes are happening rather than it having to like do a complicated call. It already knows what the meaning of a square being a certain color is, or its proximity. It's got a grid placement, so it's just yeah. We do it faster with this way for like coordination and all that stuff. So that's pretty neat. And then this is the wardrobe, which is this is a place to like equip um the bots with different skill sets. It's like this is like the shader so you like equip these. We've got the shader optics, the Godot suit, the power gloves. The power gloves allow it to kind of like interact with the window, so it's got like mouse control or power over that window. So just like normal shit. And then this is the universal style extractor that we created, and basically I can say you made a shitty vaporwave UI, right? Based on a description of what these things are, the colors it can extract. We can also generate LUTs based on everything else because I just wanted it's universal. I can also should be able to have it extrapolate audio and just generate audio pretty soon from there. We classify the weights as a um, uh, it's a whatever. It's fucking JSON, dude. So it's all very rigid shit. It's not like my floppy words. My floppy words are bullshit, right? So I say I want a thing. I'm using floppy as my language. It's able to, I created a pipeline to decode my bullshit words into this type shit. And also to just take abstract things like images, extract that from an image descriptor is like some other service like Google Gemini can do. A bunch of other ones can do like descriptions. Yeah, so do that, and then you figure out the resonance. You rate these things. You know what I mean? This is like a 10 out of 10. Let's say this is a 3. I would maybe, but it's not for me. This is too shitty. So 3 is like the low end of the spectrum. A 4 is like the basic minimum candidate. So this is like a 4, right? And this is a 10. So between these two, it can understand like what qualities are good and what qualities are shit. That's not something it comes out of the box with. And then it doesn't have the. So I'm building all these things out, man. Yeah, it's just a passion project, really. But yeah, I hope that was fun.
Yeah, I'm listening. Is that kind of like that QR code that I think you were talking about it the other day, where it generates something like that? Is that what you were sort of referring to there?
Yeah, and everybody, all the developers are like, "Why would you do that? You didn't." But we did it, and it's gonna be actually fucking awesome. I've kind of modernized everything into this way that it's now like smoothing out my inputs to, and I'm getting better outputs. It takes my dumb language and makes it into smart talk. I created an intelligence translator for my dumbass. What do you think, Rick? Come on.
I see it working, bro.
I just need to like harness the slop, you know? Like let me be dumb. Don't make me be smart, right? That's the key. Then I eat less cheeseburgers and lose less weight as I fucking work on this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I've for sure like lost weight. I am I'm toned in my abdominals at this point from working on this shit for the last 2 weeks. That's all I'm saying. I'm burning a lot of calories. I'd rather output all this stuff to something else. Know what I mean? But once it's done, it's done. You know, the work is done. I feel like Thanos. The Infinity Gauntlet is complete. You know? That's how everybody feels. What's up? Good morning, Lion. How you doing? You ready to fight about it, something? Let's go. Let's go. I guess
Pussycats in the house.
I got too much energy. It's a tiny file. It's tiny files though. It's weird. Like how I would think that these would be all huge, but they're not. Just it's pretty lightweight. That's the crazy bitch of it, man. But I'm gonna buy some hardware soon, and then we will run crazy vision bullshit.
How are you running this all on your own machine?
I'm running out on bullshit right here. Anybody could find this at a yard sale.
Yeah, what is your specs, dog? What do you got running?
This is an i5, 16 gigabytes of memory.
All right.
It's from 2018, bro. Mac Mini.
Well, I can't do that. I had a computer with an i7 and 16 gigabytes of RAM that lasted me a decade. I just got rid of it. 12 years I had that thing. And it was honestly fine. It was good. It wasn't ideal for gaming. That's why I got rid of it. But for everything else, it was fine. Like even video editing, as long as I wasn't doing 4K.
If you're trying to do like local, running a local model, local inference, you can't do that with an i5. I'm just using like free cloud tokens off of Gemini. Somehow, some way we keep coming up with funky ass shit.
Yo, if I invest in you and then you end up getting rich, are you looking for venture capitalists?
I start like cranking big thoughts, yeah, like, but no, would need somebody else to manage that shit. I'm good at doing what I do. I'm not good at being a mega money person. I
All right,
can
what are you
definitely
looking
figure
to
out ways
invest?
that it all happens.
Let's do the negotiations. What are you looking to invest? How much?
You'd
and
be good
what
like
type
a
of
chief
option?
operating officer, I think, Rigor, because you're
A
you're
dickhead.
snappy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're always chief operating officer is like you got to depend on that guy. It's really I don't know, really the CEO to me. I don't know
Yeah,
if
but then I'm not gonna show up to work.
I'll just be CEO because I like those letters, and I don't know. There's like infinite amounts of sub ideas that you could spawn businesses off of this. So like I don't know how to structure that. It'd just be like, let's come up with a new business this week. Okay, like every week we do that for a year, and then we're like, we got enough businesses now, guy, and then we just like crank those up, see what works, see what doesn't. We just keep them as placeholders, and then sell them off piece by piece, or we keep what we like, but you know, bring a new idea on the board. We could have like 60 different managers running those things if we wanted to. It's manageable, believe it or not.
Yeah, I got faith. I got faith in it.
But just one idea at a time, you know? And don't really need to go that big though. I don't for myself. Like it would just be to go for like lifetime high score type shit. But for my needs, I don't need to like be a bazillionaire in this. But I wouldn't. I kind of have a good idea how you would do it though, which is a weird thing not to flex. But you know, sometimes maybe whatever. Being lazy is better part of valor. Or should we eat the world? I don't know. It's up to you guys.
Not sure I want to eat the world.
I would say about like 20 reasonable startups are going to happen out of this time. Taking up like new things that have never been really established. So
Yeah, what do you see that I don't see?
there's a
Like,
lot of frontier.
how are you gonna capitalize? Like, what is your idea to market? You know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna market?
I'm just kind of like looking at how the market's going to exist. Rather, I'm not trying to think like about how I do it per se, but essentially, they're going to try and make this something that people use in a very wide way. That integrates into it's already integrated into a lot of things and platforms that we use right now. Like I would say, your cable is probably somehow AI powered. If you like, it understands like what you watch and all that. There's some kind of AI backbone on anything right now, and some
Yeah.
things are not adopting that, like supermarkets, but they soon may. And so there's like a whole like I guess modernization type of company that you could have. Just like, oh, you know, did you know that we can like enhance your car wash with like all this bullshit, and you don't have to worry about all this stuff. We got the, you know what I mean? Like every car gets cataloged accurate or whatever. You know,
There's a
we're
few
just as
guys in
good
here
as
with
like
AI as their backbone.
say what?
I said there's a few guys in here with AI as their backbone. Not you. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking people in general that depend on it for everything.
I don't use it for like as knowledge per se. I'm just like designing the system. Like I'm kind of designing the system to have its own consistent. I think it's a philosophically kind of interesting idea, which is called a source of truth, which is like something that's so uncorruptible that it can always like rely back on that if like it gets drifty. If it's like, am I hallucinating? Am I drifty? Am I forgetting something? It can always rely back to a source of truth. So that's an interesting concept that it's like a not a database, but something like a database. I think that's some interesting shit.
Self-verification.
Go ahead.
Peace.
Uh-huh. What? Yeah.
Yeah, you prompt it to self-verify, make sure it's not hallucinating or telling you 1 + 1 is, potato, stuff like that.
Uh-huh. Okay. What's up? Shut
Mhm.
up. Remember that song? My brother used to do that shit to me all the time. He used to say it to me all the time, be like, uh-huh. Okay. Oh, what's
Well,
up?
source of truth is
Shut
something
up.
like what the clawbots use, like to have like a personality. You know what I mean? That's like like a notepad file basically that just like lists certain things, and then it always reads that. But that's like a source of its truth, really. Like it'll always it refers to that as being like presumes that's the truth.
Rick, I got a song for you. Ready? My neck, my back. Go ahead.
Yeah, no.
Keep going.
That's all you, buddy. I forget. I don't know the lyrics to that one.
It sounds familiar.
Oh, the insurance commercial? Joking.
Oh, I was about to say, nah, not that one.
Okay. All right. It's time for morning things for
Yo,
Snack. We
Sultan
cranked
Gregory's
this
in
up
the
from
chat,
0.
dude.
We popping. I'm gonna go do morning things.
Gregory
Don't poke each other's
Salavin's in the
eye.
chat.
Don't poke each other's eyes out before you remove the eyes from your own eyes. All right, you got it.
Got an AI avatar now. Look at that.
All right, Snack, man, hit me up, man. We still need to talk about the AI talk and stuff.
I need to catch you up on some things I do. Okay, buddy.
Yeah,
Later.
let's just let's collaborate and all that good stuff. Okay. But yeah, I was just getting my nostalgia music playlist on a couple days ago. Whoever that was singing some old school stuff.
Oh, yo, he left,
Ryan.
dude. I hope he didn't. I was messing around.
You know, big
Yo,
ups
good
on
morning,
music.
Tora.
Music,
Good morning,
music
D
settle.
Moore.
Yeah, it's Brother Moore for those who just just in case. BR just short for brother. So.
Yo, are you a Moore?
Mm-hmm. Moore's America.
Are you into that sovereignty stuff too?
Nah, I'm not
Yeah.
not that branch. Just orthodox fundamental teachings kind of thing. Kind of like the Omnish side of the teachings. Just build a commune and live with God.
Why not just
Build the
why not
commune,
just
get
be
burned down by the feds. That's the way to
Protect the
go,
community.
boys.
Yeah, they gotta light the match first, as they say.
not necessarily, bro. I
No,
personally know at least two communes, bro. They're successfully thriving, independent
mm-hmm.
of government and government grid.
That's where
They
it's
have their
at.
own
The
utilities,
secret. They
farms.
just put it in movies like it's very looked down upon. Like everyone comes from the commune into the city and what a wild interesting life, as if the commune is just boring and it's weird, and oh no, actually that's actually the solution according to my 2-year conversation with AI. So but it's just a matter of the independentness, like you said, to not depend on the social security card and social services but one another, which is what was the purpose of the Constitution anyway. We the people.
Your orthopraxy matches your orthodox.
Well, you always have your weirdos out there, right? Your
Yo,
Talmuds
so
and
you
like that.
are in line with that sovereignty stuff then.
Nah,
That's what I was talking.
nah, I don't believe in breakdancing in the courtroom. That has nothing to do with more science. And this is, all that stuff. Just this is not Supreme Court and federally, and I do not have to jurisprudence. Like I don't. Yeah, I get it, but yeah, nah, I'm not from that branch. If anything, we speak against it. Because in one of the
You a
more
Mason?
used to be
I
one of the
speak
more
against us in general.
constitutional laws. We have our own bylaws, and one of them in Act 5 is to not cause confusion with the government. So saying that you can ride a tank without a driver's license, that's causing confusion. You
You
can
say
fly a
you're a
helicopter
Mason?
you can fly a helicopter without a license because you're jurisprudence and I'm a seed of God. The purpose of the license is to make sure that you can function and you know what the fuck you're doing and you're not going to run into grandma. That's why they do vision and hearing tests. The license just says, "Yep, he's good." That's all it's supposed to do. But
That's
like the
funny.
light,
There's a guy in here that wants to drive a tank without a license all the time. His name's
yeah,
Cuddles.
man, people out here that does that. The squatters and everything, squatting in $250,000 houses. Like, yeah, all that. Yeah, I get it. Obviously, we talk about it in our community. Like, hey, look at what these people are doing in the
If
name of the
somebody
teaching.
has the right to drive tanks whenever they want, I want the right to plant landmines whenever I
Now
want.
you see why it's protected.
What?
And blow that fucking
Stretch.
tank right up, dude. I don't want to listen to that shit.
Yeah, man. Then you blow up some little kid that's just playing in the backyard or something, or going for a little
No, I'm gonna put it at the
stroll.
end of the
You-
driveway for the
Exactly.
tank.
I have the right to travel. their backyard is my backyard. Like, yeah, it gets weird. It's just a paradox. It's a can of worms you do not want to open.
Well, okay, so you guys seem to be against the whole idea of being able to drive without a license, right? I
Driving a
appreciate that.
tank.
Yeah,
Driving a
according to
tank.
vaccinations, it's in violation of Act 5. It says, do
What
not
does it matter if it's
cause
a...
confusion with the government, but obey.
Okay, Mr. Moore. But like,
Yeah.
what's the big deal about driving? I mean, driving even a small car is freaking dangerous. A tank is actually it's safer.
What?
Yeah, okay.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
has a
travel as
Cannon
fast.
on the front of it with bullets in it.
Do
Well,
you
that's
realize
the thing, though.
your
Like, you're
limited
just talking
field
about
of
driving
view?
it.
You realize the limited field of view, the amount of noise it makes, the amount of destruction it creates. You think that's a
Alright.
good thing? Like the
yeah, it's
trade-off
a
is,
potential.
holy shit.
Dude, the
Look, if I
roads in
need
my
to,
town aren't even wide enough to accommodate a tank.
so just out of
You want
curiosity, right?
you
So
would want a
I come
15-year-old with a
across.
breaking to be riding a tank. You know what I mean?
You're the track.
I'm in a stranded position. My car's just broken down. And I look to like I'm stranded, right? And I look over to my right, and lo and behold, there sits a tank. Now you telling me you guys are like not going to jump in that tank and try to turn it on and use it to like finish off your travels because you'd be like, no, I don't have a license for that.
What are
You know
you
how to
talking?
you know how to turn a tank
I don't
on?
even know it.
No, the average person
You know the type
won't.
of
But
you know the type of destruction that you would do to the streets, bro. The tracks alone would destroy the asphalt,
I
bro.
know.
That's why.
Look,
That's
I'm
why
just
you
like
need to
maybe
put
there's no
like
roads.
wood down and
Maybe
stuff.
there's no roads. I don't need roads in my argument or statement. It's outback Australia, and you're stranded. If you don't take that tank, or at least try to drive that tank, you're going to run out of water. So
What are
you
you
need
talking, Marty? We don't need roads where we're going.
Well, then I wouldn't be worried at that point because it's like, well, if they catch me, at least I'm saved. And then I'll just, explain myself.
Sure,
And
sure. I
I'm
mean, I'm
pretty
taking
sure
it
they'll
to an
understand.
absurd. I just wanted to understand like this idea of like you must have a license to drive a tank. I'm just like, where's the level of absurdity here?
Wait, where were you taking it, Rick Sahiga? Taking
Well,
it
just
to
the fact
where?
that like you're stranded in
Taking
the
it
middle of
to
nowhere.
Absurdsville?
No one's
yeah,
around you to do like no one's checking your licenses or anything. No one's going to pull you over. You just need to get in the tank and you need to finish off your journey. And you guys are
yeah.
like,
So
no, I haven't got a license.
yeah, the big
No,
deal made
that's
sure
like,
about it is that the Moore's teachings does not teach about it. That's the, I don't know about all this other stuff, but pretty much what the teachings of Moore's science is not is you can ride in, aircrafts and stuff without the procedures that the government is listing. Just because
I'd
you're a
say more
child of
teachings
God.
are rather useless.
Yeah, because you're a child
That's
of
what
God,
I'd
there's
say
no
they are.
secret.
As
There's no
far as
secret
not,
Like,
I'd say not
deposit
useful.
of like $1 million and of your birth certificate, like all that. Like I
you're
get it.
saying
Like
like you're saying
like
like a license for a hot air balloon is like a scissors, right? You just like cut the line and bam, you're gone.
yeah, if the government says you need a license for this or that, then you obey. You don't cause confusion. In short, you
Yeah, but you
simply
don't
Okay.
steal tanks
you
like Rick
simply
Sky
the
is
purpose
saying
to
either.
know others, to know your higher self and know your lower self. Is to know the self that exists, to know the self that's the illusion, which is
All
composed of
right, cool.
desires and passions, and just help
Oh,
uplift all
jeez.
of humanity. That's pretty much the long story short of it. And that's it.
You're on your way to hell.
Hey, you get a ticket.
What made you gravitate
So
towards Moorish ideology? Just wondering.
It started off with masonry when I discovered that Islamic teachings was involved in the upper ranks. And prior to that, I was against Islam, seeing having the experience of 9/11 and everything. As far as I was concerned, like, there's already enough going on here in America. Now I'm hearing about this terrorist, religious group with beards and swords, beating women in the face for not wearing headscarves. So I'm
Beat
like,
that ass.
I'm good. But when I discovered that, the Quran is involved in the upper degrees, and you become a part of a new organization called the Arabic Order of the Mystic Shriners. If you ever seen like the Shriner Hospital commercials and stuff, yeah. So I'm looking into that, and I'm like, okay, well, let me go ahead and read the Quran and see what it's about. And I would see these Shriner guys, and they have the fezzes on it. They'll have the word like more or Islam or Allah across their fez. So I'm like, okay, I'm curious. Let me see what this is. And the more I did research, the more like, hey, I like this. And, long story short, November
Yeah, I
5th,
know about
2012.
I know about the Shriners. Have you ever heard of God Logic?
Oh yeah, I,
And
just,
King Shimon?
I spoke with him too much. We kind of bore each other out. So, oh yeah, he was on Clubhouse here and there. He couldn't answer a lot of my questions.
Yo, God Logic,
Yeah, Jake
highly recommend.
Braticana, the whole crew. I spoke with those
Did you see
guys.
his debate with that Mormon line?
I don't follow him, but I do know him actually quite personally.
Line, did you see that debate that he had with that Mormon?
No, I haven't. I've been real
He just,
busy working, dude. It's crazy.
gotcha. He just posted it up last night. It's pretty good. It was over the trying in nature.
But yeah, the Muslims are getting destroyed at Speaker's Corner in Britain, dude. Like, they're getting
Always have
slaughtered.
been.
Didn't Sam Shamoon like make a robe with the Quran on it so they wouldn't attack him?
Yo, did you watch Owen Benjamin, the one that Amphibious posted with that veteran ex-pilot? I don't know what he was / like a psychologist. Was he a psychologist or something like that?
I don't think I seen it.
It's really interesting. Apparently, he went across America's like craziest mental institutions and like interviewed like the craziest people, like evaluated them and like diagnosed them and all that. But he came at it from a spiritual background, you know. He didn't reduce it to just like, you know, it's neurochemical imbalance or whatever.
Was that Jerry Marzinski? Is that the
Yeah,
one?
yeah,
Demon
that one.
documenting
It's
demons
actually
with
pretty
dreams.
good, dude.
Yo, so as far as this license stuff and you guys are concerned, what do we got? I mean, the amount of money that you get fined for not wearing a seatbelt is like something stupid, like $900 or something here in Australia. It's just crazy how much money that they want to charge you for what's like a minor infraction, essentially. So I'd be kind of wondering then, like, how do you guys deal with it? Like, if they started charging people, you know, for going over the speed limit, just stupid prices, I'd be like, well, I mean, if the only way to avoid that was to potentially go without a license, would you guys consider that or not?
I'd
You're just
move
going to
to a
cop those
country
fines.
that's reasonable. That's like where you're still free and stuff.
But like, that's the idea of running away. I would have thought that you're meant to actually sort of, you know, you can't just keep leaving because, I mean, it's a
I think
global environment
I'll tell
now.
you this
Like,
real quick. I wouldn't resort to like a violent upheaval or rebellion there are legal routes, legal avenues that we can protest and try to make a change. If that doesn't work, yeah, I would just move.
I
You
just think
can.
every fine should be equatable to a certain amount of community service hours.
I mean, that'd be reasonable. I don't mind that idea, but it
Yeah, I
unfortunately
don't
just
really
never going to be
disagree
the
with that.
case. Yeah, but I mean, are you going to see the bureaucracy instantiate or institute any of that? I don't think so.
Well,
They
not for the
do.
risk. They never have, never will.
Well, sometimes there is like fines, like if you get certain tickets and stuff that, you have to do your community service as well, but you could pay it off, at like $20 an hour or something.
Well,
Yeah, but you're a
even
if you're a poor
probation is a
person,
form of community service, right? Because it's usually paired with a little bit of community service.
Yep. Yep. But you could get out of it by just paying it. You don't have to do it.
see, I don't think you should be able to do that. I don't think you should be able to pay for it. I'd prefer them to just have, if you had to choose one of the two, maybe like if you were caught speeding for a minor infraction, like 5-10K over, then you do like 5 or maybe like 10 hours community service or something. But it doesn't matter if you're a billionaire or not. That's what you got to
10
do.
hours for 5 fucking miles? Fuck that.
Well, understand what you're saying. Doesn't matter if you're a billionaire, but like the other day, I was driving home from Jupiter Island, and Tiger Woods' car was up on its side, and he got like a DUI, and they like closed the road down and everything, and then which this just happened last week, and yeah, I don't see why him just like being like, yo, I'm just gonna pay the community service is any different than doing the community service.
Wait, is
Another
he the
option
same guy
I've
that
thought
ran
of.
the car into a tree?
No, he was coming up on the backside of someone with a trailer that was pulling into a driveway, and he clipped the trailer, and his car went on its side. Yeah.
Another thing I
Billy, you
thought
wanted
of
to say?
is like, yeah, in combination of like community service per fine is the fine is based on earnings per hour.
Yeah. Yeah, that would suck.
It's
Oh,
like
that's a
pro
good
rata
point,
income.
right? So it'd be different for everyone. You're saying flat earthers are silly.
Yep.
So if you like don't have a job and you get a DUI, your community service it costs you $0.
No, there'd be a like a base rate.
Yeah, oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah. There you go. There's a good idea. What do you think of that, Rick's guy?
Yeah, I'd definitely be down for it. I just don't see that they're going to be doing that within the municipalities and whatnot. So, henceforth, the only reason means you have to actually protest it, if you still want to function in the country, is to go without a license.
Well, I think a lot of those guys that are proponents of a not license are like saying they're just traveling, like they're not doing anything commercial. So
Yeah.
like, so that would be difficult, like for like an electrician or like a plumber or like a guy that like revamps RVs or something.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah, I'll
think it
let.
should be a
Yo,
law
Terry.
that children are required to wear seatbelts?
Everyone's required to wear seatbelts.
I
I
like that
know,
law.
but like, let's say like you get your way where like adults don't have to do it, but do you think children should be required?
Like in car seats and stuff, like should mothers still have to put their children in car seats and whatnot? That's a good question.
What about your animals, like your dogs?
Nah, I don't.
I put my dog in a car seat, lock him up, dude.
But yo, real quick, you had you had your Facebook open
Yeah.
earlier when I jumped in.
Uh
So I looked you up, dude. You have like 3 Facebooks, dude. Which one's your Facebook? I'm trying to add you.
huh. It's the one with Sky at the end.
All right.
That's the main one. The other one I started up because it was like Facebook's got this thing with trying to market stuff and put things on marketplace, and I was just trying to find my way around. I got other people adding me on that bloody Facebook as well. I'm like, don't add me. It's just
Yeah, I didn't know
purely
which
like
one to add.
marketing.
Another thing is, I looked you up on Google, bro. You have a LinkedIn account, and it looks very professional. You know, it looks
I haven't
like
touched
it
that in
says,
years, bro.
nah, but it looks legit.
Fucking
Yeah, well, that's
doxed.
what I was doing for a while. I'd say I'm way more professional now than I was back then. That was also like just trying to get into working as an architect and stuff, trying to get a internship or whatever it may be. Your line was the third account like a black and white picture? Can't be. It should only be two.
I don't know, man. I added you though.
Here you go, bro. I'll confirm you. I got a couple of people from the internet on here now. So what's your brother Moore? He's a bit chatty. He's got thoughts and ideas. He always comes in for like short times. What's up?
No, I'm at a diner, dude. Yo, so yeah, Brother Moore is an interesting character. He said he started off as a Mason, and then apparently when you climb up the ranks, there's like Muslims and stuff, and he gravitated towards the Moorish ideology through the Masons.
Yeah, I know. Like, you guys seem to want to ask him or at least challenge him on some of this stuff that would seem there. I'm guessing he's a lot like Cyrus.
Yeah,
Is Cyrus?
similar.
Yeah.
Listen, I'd like to hand you over now for